evening, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Talk with Casey and Mike. We appreciate you guys coming on tonight. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about something that's been in the news or it's been making its round in the Black community, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of everywhere. And it is the discussion about Tuskegee banning do rags. What's the fluffy things called? The do rags,
Bonnets.
the bonnets, no house shoes. I think it might have been no pajamas or something, and no revealing type clothes that they can wear to class or in the lunchroom or wherever they eat lunch or whatever. So that's what we're going to discuss today. And I got to tell you, um, if you listen to Casey and I'm going to imagine that you guys might know where we fall on this. But if you didn't know, I agree with it. And I gotta tell you, I hope that more HBCUs follow this. Now, I'm getting ready to say something that's kind of contradictory to what I just said. Because I am glad that they're doing this, but the caveat to that is when it's a historically Black college and we're telling our children of who are Black and who are Hispanic, whoever go and do this, I think it's okay. And here's where the contradiction is. If University of Florida or someone in the government says, that's right. So what we're going to do, we're going to make sure that they don't do that anywhere. We're going to put a ban in for stores and for this and for all colleges and for that's my only fear, is that it could turn into something ugly. I love the fact that the HBCUs do it, and I hope that they all do it. What I'm afraid of, as I said before, is we're going to get some politician in Florida or Texas, and I won't call any names, who's going to say, let's get on to this, and we're going to make them ban that stuff everywhere. It drives me crazy. I hate going to the airport, hate going to Walmart, hate going to Publix, HEB, and seeing it. I personally feel, and because we're going to make people mad because a lot of people do this, to me, it is laziness. It makes us as a people look bad. It makes us look like we don't care. And then sometimes, I guess you can say young adults, kids and young adults want you to respect them. I want you to respect me because this is what I choose to do. This is who I am. And I'm not going to take you serious. If you come to a job interview and they're like, well, that's a job interview, that's different. Well, if I see you out and you're looking like this, I'm not going to respect you. And I'm going to make a prejudgment about you. And is that fair? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just letting you know what I would do. So I want to stop. Hit me up, cuz, what you think.
I agree. I think it's I like people having a sense of individuality. Let me be first and foremost with that. Be yourself, but we have to learn how to be presentable. And I think that everything we talk about when it comes to young adults, teenagers, adolescents, it all starts at home. You really have to be taught that that's not presentable. That's not presentable. On a university campus where you want people to hold you in this place of respect, and I just feel like you should also carry yourself with self-respect and self-dignity, and not walk around like that. I don't have a problem with it at all. I hope more places would do it. I just feel like you did, like you said earlier, it makes us look bad overall. And I'm just talking about the Black community right now. I know it's a lot of other things going on in other ethnic groups that they probably are ashamed of. But that's one of the things. I don't have a problem with them. I just have a problem being out in public with them. pajamas,
Yeah.
and I see it like you said. You see it in the airports. You see it in the store. You see it. It's like you rolled out of the bed, you walked out of the door, you got into the car. You know, when we were coming up, if that happened, that person wasn't getting out the car.
No.
They weren't getting out the car, but they going in the store. Some of it's just so indecent. Some of it's see-through. Some of it's just torn or ripped. And it's like, all right, man, let's just do better. But
yeah. Okay, I'm getting ready to do another contradictory thing to what I just said. I agree with everything you just said. I said it. There are certain things that we can't get away with that other races can. And let me preface that. Black women, and we're just talking about black women tend to be more shapely and have more black women have more front and back, okay? And so when they wear something, it is going to draw. See, I'm doing good tonight, cuz.
That was a good one. I was waiting on the shoe.
So that wasn't that bad. So when you go on a campus and you see other ethnicities and they're just whatever, when you see someone who is filled out, and a lot of our women are filled out, and they go out and they have something on, I don't know if it's fair, but that's the way it is. We just like you can.
Yeah.
I'm putting myself in the corner. I'm putting myself in the corner, and I know this, and that is not fair. It is not fair. It's just that black women tend to get more looks because they have shapes that are more defined, and it's going to draw more attention. And it drives me crazy when we have our daughters. When we have our daughters in
and that's what I mean.
That is just form fitting. It's like, what happened to being 11 and 12-year-old, and you have parents that allow their daughters, and yeah, this is sexist. When you allow your daughter to go out and she has on this stuff that leaves nothing to the imagination, that's gross. That is wrong. That is wrong, because then they're going to be objectified. And I know people are going to say, well, we should be able to wear what we want to and not be looked at in a certain way. That's lies. That's no. It is no, and I don't care what you say about it. You can't have people say, I should be able to wear what I want to and then be treated with the same amount of respect. It goes with clothes. It goes with the do-rags. It goes with the bonnets. It goes with the slippers. It goes with the holes and stuff. It goes with all of that stuff. So don't tell me or don't bring to me, I know I look like this, but you need to respect me as a person. That's just not how the world works.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
It's not.
And scripture talks about dressing with modesty. And I think if you really thought about the self-respect and how people view you, like for instance, what if you're out dressed like that and you run into somebody where you just applied for a job?
That's right.
Or you run into someone that is at your current job that's in upper level management.
Yep.
I mean, it's just so many things that, it's really a negative all the way around. I don't want to beat people up for it, but I do want people to do better with it. Like, it's for home. Certain things are just for home. Bonnets and basically some of these women go out in lingerie.
Yeah.
But all of those things, pajamas, man, that stuff is for the house, not even for the yard.
Yeah.
Not even for the yard.
That's
like, stay in the house. Have the decency on. If you're gonna walk outside, put on a house coat. I don't know how many people, I don't know. I guess it's just traditionalism and being. I've just raised around women who were teaching the other generation to respect themselves. Respect themselves. Cover your body up.
That is going the way of the dinosaurs. But
Oh,
remember, well, I don't remember. But when you look back at what our parents and their parents did, they put on suits and dresses to go to the grocery store.
yeah.
It was always, and don't get me wrong, I know that's extreme. I'm not saying that, but we've gone from that to wearing booty shorts where you can see half of their cheeks and
Right.
halter top where you can see half of their breasts hanging out. And it's like, you're not going to get respect like that. And maybe some people are like, I don't care, I don't need respect. Well,
Yeah.
you will when it becomes when you need it. Like you said, somebody's job and they see you.
Honestly, a lot of them don't care. And I've seen some of those that don't care. First of all, they probably don't care about whether somebody on the job see them. It's just people that they're just going to be. I think they almost programmed to be rude, and it's like I don't care who see me.
Yeah,
It's like, well, you should. You should. That don't mean you put on for other people. It just means self-respect. Have some self-respect. Have some dignity about yourself. So, you're going to always have those people, and that's with any race. You're going to have people that's doing whatever. So I just think it's good. Kudos to Tuskegee University and any other, especially HBCU. Man, yes. So at the end of the day, you're representing my university as well.
That's it.
You represent my university.
Not only are you representing your university, you're representing your mom, your dad, your sisters, your brothers, your church, your what. And it's interesting that because you're right. It's like they don't care, and when you don't care, it's like a disease. It's like a disease because you and I went to school with people who have kids, and we see some stuff on Facebook and so on and so forth, and you see that, and then you have moms taking pictures with their daughters who look just as whatever it is, like they're showing off. It's almost like they're trying to relive something. I don't know, but it's like, hey, stop your daughter from doing this. Oh, I'm sorry. You should stop doing it first.
You're right.
Then you should stop making your daughter do it, and then it's like this rotting. It's like a rot.
Well, you remember? I don't know if you remember when I said not long ago where the scriptures tells us train up a child in the way they should go. When they're old, they won't depart from it. But I also have that belief in the negative factor, whereas you train up a child in the way they should not go, and when they're old, they likely won't depart from it. The scripture tells the older women to teach the younger women. Where's the teaching coming from now? Like nobody wants to say anything to the younger generation because they're afraid to get cussed out, or they're afraid not to have them come around, or they don't have no relationship, or they won't let them see the grandbabies. And it's like, man, time out for all of that. There's rules in the home. Like, live your life, but you won't leave my house looking like that.
And you know what's interesting about that? The expectations. It's like, I don't have any expectations for you, so that means that takes the responsibility off of me. So you go do what you want to, and I don't have to worry about you. I mean, like, just go and do this, because it is work and it's difficult. Our parents and their parents, I'm sure, I hate this. It's a different world. No, I mean, because wrong was wrong in 1920. And wrong is wrong in 2026. And so when you have that lack of, it's just laziness. I don't want to take the time to bring up my daughter to say, hey, we need to have a talk. Instead of having that talk, well, they're going to curse me out. There are things that can resolve you getting cursed out. And this whole deal where they're not going to let me see my grandkids. They're not going to let me do it. You know what? And people, they're going to hate when I say this. Maybe you won't be able to see your grandkids because you're telling them what's the right thing to do. Look, you're not gonna tie my hands. You're not going to hold me hostage because I need to get something, and it'll be hurtful. It'll be hurtful. Yeah. I know grandparents want to see their grandkids. I know aunts and uncles want to see their nieces. I know that, but you're not gonna hold me hostage. I love my daughters. I love them. I do. If they ever said, well, if you don't do this, you won't be able to do that, I'm like, okay. I mean, that sucks. And I wish it wasn't that way.
Right.
Because if I start adjusting my standards, if I start doing my standards like this, then they're not going to respect me. They're not going to respect me. They're just going to be like, oh, okay. So this is all I have
Yeah.
to do. You can't see your grandkid. Oh, okay. All right. Well, go ahead and do. And then you have this, because that's the fall. That's part of the fall that's going on in our culture. It is
Right.
that adjustment where, well, if you don't do this, then you won't be able to do this. Sometimes it's like, crap. All right, dog, y'all be good, but you're gonna need me, or you may not need me. But when you come back to me, don't get me wrong, love our kids, we're gonna be there for them, but
Yeah, for
don't
sure.
come to me. Don't come, because you're gonna get a talking to, and I'm not going to say no. And then, because
Yeah.
you're gonna have to do right. You're gonna have to do right because you need something now. I know that's a horrible way to be, but it's just
No.
sorry. We
You
just
you
got
you got to
sorry.
know you got to know what your kids need in order to get the message across. Diana Jones says, but that's not the case anymore. A lot of our elders absolutely applaud the younger generation and their lewd clothing options. It's really disheartening and painful. You're representing the university and the family that raised you. Yeah, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
And she's
And
not.
it shouldn't be applauded.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be applauded because these younger ages, the parents buying the stuff.
Yeah.
They buying the stuff. Like once you get up and
Yes.
you start working, and you know how kids try to go buy something, and you don't know nothing about it. Or even if you give them some money to go to the mall, they may go and buy something that they know that you're not going to approve of, and then
Yeah.
they may try to wear. But I'm talking about parents going and purposely buying their kids
Yeah.
clothing that's too tight,
Yeah.
revealing,
Yeah.
or it sets them up to get robbed. You got
Yeah.
kids that are being laced with jewelry
Two
and,
hundred and
and
fifty dollars shoes.
the best of the best shoes. And not to mind you, a lot of them don't know what A, B, and C look like on the report.
Exactly.
They ain't never seen it on the report card.
Because some parents, for whatever reason, think that if my kid have on expensive clothes, that speaks to who I am. Because when you see what they have on, you're gonna be like, "Ooh, their parents must be doing it." What, that is so ignorant. It is so, but it is so prevalent. And you know what? Okay, other people aren't like this. I love the idea of having uniforms at school for younger kids.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
absolutely love
It's
that idea.
it's way too many kids that have a negative view of themselves, and their just outlook on life has been completely obliterated because of the harshness of kids
Yeah,
fourth to eighth grade. Like
these fuckers
kids
mean.
are,
They
let's just
mean.
kids terrible.
They are horrible. They horrible little people. They
Kids
are.
terrible. A lot of times, especially the kids that can't get away with nothing at home, boy, when
Yeah,
they go to school, oh, oh
horrible
my
little people
goodness.
sometimes. They are,
It's
love them sometimes, but they horrible little people, man.
Yeah, and I mean, and I know this may just land on some people the wrong way. And if you're doing it, hey, we're talking to you. If you're doing it, yes, we're talking to you. We're not going to run away from that. But I don't want to beat you up over it. I just want to tell you to do better. I mean, man to man to woman, man to team, man to whatever. Just do better. Let's just try to do better. And I know we're talking about do-rags and we're talking about bonnets and all of this stuff being worn out in public right now. But overall, let's do better, because we can always transition to something else. We can always transition to something else. Our country, let's do better. Let's love one another. Let's quit ridiculing one another. I mean, come on. We have prevented talking about politics a whole lot on here, but some of the stuff that is taking place in this country, and I have gotten off the do-rags, I know, in the bonnets,
Oh, go ahead, cuz you
because
good.
I really want our people to really think deeply. Like this is one thing I want to know. Something as horrific as the Nolan Wells case. I want to know this because it seems to me that Black people automatically think his friends had something to do with it. Somebody there murdered him, whatever. White people, for the most part, have also felt the opposite. Like it's a setup. He just drowned, this and that. And other. Why is it automatically I'm going to go with what this majority thinks, or I'm going to go with? I want to know how many white friends I have feel like the young black male was killed, and I say it all the time. Like, speak up, man. Y'all say something. Y'all say something. It's okay also not to feel like his friends may have been the one to kill him. But they know something. They know something. They know they know something. Stop with all of the they ain't had nothing to do with that, and they getting sued, or we gonna sue for defamation. And we look, man, I don't care what color friend you are of mine. I saw something, I'm saying something, or I would have stopped something, you know. And maybe their hands were tied. Maybe they couldn't do nothing. Maybe he did decide to stay. But at the end of the day, I understand that it's innocent until proven guilty. But the law in Mississippi has not been followed like it should have.
Yeah.
Like, how many days it's been?
But Mississippi is especially bad.
I don't know how many days it's been, but these kids have been able to go home with their families and get with their other friends and get all their stories together. Who was brought in for questioning? Come on, man. Let's just at least abide by the law. Can we just do what the law says to do? Like, we're doing an investigation. The kid was the only one that didn't come home. Come on, I don't care whether he white or black. You know, it hits a little harder in the heart because you've seen it over time, over decades, over centuries, happen time and time again. I mean, let's be real. How many other races go off with a group of black kids who went out to have fun and don't come home?
And how many? Oh, I know we have gone way off. How many black cops do you hear of shooting white people or black people? And
I'm sure it happens.
Oh, absolutely, it happens. Absolutely,
I'm sure it happens.
But do you hear about it? Do you hear about them things from when a black cop shoot a? Oh my gosh!
All right, okay. Let's go to something else.
All right, yeah, I'll get okay. All right, well, it's almost time for us to go. It's 23, so we're gonna try and bring it back home. So this is how I'm gonna say this about the do-rags and the whatever. I hope every HBCU does it, and right. I know people are like, "Well, that's not that big of it." I think we have to start somewhere.
I agree.
We have to start somewhere as a people. And if preventing our younger generation from looking like fools with these things on the head and looking like they just don't care, because if you look like you don't care, I'm going to assume you don't care. We have to start somewhere. And you know what? I think this is a start. You know, if you're going to come to college, you have to look like you're here for an education. It's like, well, I'm paying my money. Okay, yeah, you're paying your money, but do you still pay your money? You don't look like a fool? Because you do. Because you do. When you're in the airport, oh my gosh, I'm talking about kids. There's grown women, grown men have on these slides, and when you're in the airport, it looks bad. It brings us down as a people. How dramatic is that?
Yeah, you're right, Tanya. We have to bring back respecting ourselves if we want people to respect us. You are absolutely 100% correct, because at the end of the day, whatever that means, at the end of the day gonna end, right? That's but we have to have self-respect. We got to look at ourselves a different way and understand what we actually stand for. That's what we actually stand for, man. Yes. So, you know, we can do better. Mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, grandmas, whoever the kids are with, like, we can do better. Don't be afraid to tell these kids what they can and can't do.
Yeah.
But you also got to be ready and willing to have them suffer some consequences if they go against what you said, you know. And I think that's the problem. People aren't just lazy and not wanting to change. They're lazy and disciplined. They are lazy and disciplined in this generation. Nobody wants to follow up. I believe in inspect what you expect. If I tell you to do something, I'm coming to look.
Yeah,
I ain't walking by the room. Oh, okay, they cleaned it.
that's right.
Nah,
That's right. The teenagers be
I'm looking in
lying.
the bed.
They lie.
I'm just glad I got grandbabies now, so the whole falling up behind
Yeah, you
kids.
all in it.
Now
And
they finding out. Now they finding out. They're all of them finding out why you have to inspect what you expect.
So this is, and I'll say this, Tanya said lead by example, which is interesting because my daughter, she's an assistant principal, and the things that we used to tell her all the time, I know she thought we was whatever. The stories that she come back saying, these kids this, these kids that, I'm like, is that what's going on? You can't believe the stuff that they do. It's like,
I'm sure she thinks all of those kids are great. She's probably working at the best school in all of Texas.
That's a lie. But now she understands what we were saying, and so my kids don't have to like me, but I am glad that the things that she thought that we were, they old, they don't know. Now she understands what we were saying. Yeah. But you have to bring up your kids with a certain amount of a level of respect and whatever. They don't have to like you. Kids, your kids should not be your best friend. Your kids do not have to like you, but you have to do right by them. If they do something, punish them. If they do something, reward them, so on and so forth. Live life, but don't be lazy. Raise our kids.
And we can't worry about how our kids feel about us dictate whether they think they're loved or not.
Yeah, that's right.
They're gonna know they're loved. It's for their best. It's for their good. Right. So as long as we don't get, crazy with how we parent and how we discipline, your kids are gonna understand at a certain point they will. And like you said, maybe it's not until they get grown and they either start having kids or have to be responsible for children where they see the light. It's like, whoa. This is what, Yeah,
and you're totally right. And I'm sorry, I was thinking about this, and I have to say it because it is so prevalent. And then you can close it out after this. Growing up, we all had stress and we all had things we went through, and it was the most amazing thing. But do not let your child tell you or use I just have so much anxiety and I can't do, oh my gosh. And because that is used. And so it is used as an excuse for them not having to do anything, because my anxiety is this. Their anxiety is real. I know it's real. Right now, it is being used as a weapon. Kids not dumb. They're not dumb.
Parents cause a lot of it too. Parents cause a lot of the anxiety.
That's true. That is very true.
Allowing kids in such a young age to take part in electronics that their minds aren't ready to receive. So
and listen to the conversations they shouldn't hear too.
Yeah, we just got to do better. And if y'all mad, it's okay. We just talking. This is what we do. Yeah. Let's talk again with Casey and Mike. We thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for coming in, and thank you for the comments, the texts, the emails, the calls. Thank you for all of it. We appreciate it, and we love each and every one of you all. Have a God-blessed week. See you next week if the Lord's will. Peace.